Nice. We got a great show, as I said this evening. But tonight we're going to do something special. This is one of the reasons why I think it really is going to be a great show. Let me explain. A couple of months ago, my producer Jeff Ross and I were approached by the USO, and we were asked, would we be interested in taking part in a USO tour? Would I be interested in going over and visiting some of the troops in the Persian Gulf? And we said yes, and they said, well, we'll get back to you. And we were contacted by them recently, and they said, okay, we're on. So this was last week. Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been such a crazy week, it's hard to keep it all straight. I think we left on Wednesday night. Last Wednesday night we left. That's Jeff Ross, by the way. We left on Wednesday night, flew to London, and then we flew to Kuwait. We went from visited bases there. Then we went to Bahrain. We had a lot of adventures. Our head writer Mike Sweeney came along as well, and it was pretty incredible. It was actually one of the most intense, amazing experiences of my life, which isn't saying a lot, but still, it was amazing. We did bring a camera with us, and we recorded some of the things that we saw and people that we met, and we thought that we'd show that to you this evening. So here is my USO tour to the Persian Gulf. Our adventure begins as we head from beautiful Kuwait City out to the U.S. Army base at Doha. The plan is to visit 3 military bases located near the Iraqi border. And no, that is not Max Weinberg, that is our producer, Jeff Ross. Apparently, the quickest way to get around from base to base is by Black Hawk helicopter. These helicopter pilots are top-notch, but I think they were pretty impressed by my sharp military gear. But the time for small talk was over. It was time to get on the chopper and head out to visit our men and women in the desert. Hold it. Wait, I'm sorry. A war helicopter flying to Wagner's Ride of the Valkyries? It's been done 1,000,000 times. And why am I wearing women's sunglasses? Let's try something a little more original.
Would you like to ride in my beautiful balloon? Would you like to ride in my beautiful balloon? We could float among the stars
Much better.
together.
And here's our first stop, the Camp Victory Army Base in northern Kuwait. I headed to the mess hall, where I got to meet and greet the troops. It was a treat to be surrounded by so many die-hard late-night fans.
I'm in Germany. You all come on entirely too late for me.
The show is the best when you're drunk. I swear to God, man, it's too funny.
What's the sidekick at? The sidekick,
No.
you know, his,
Andy.
Yeah, Andy.
You need to go to medical school or something like that?
After Camp Victory, it was off to the Ali al-Salam Air Force Base, and then on to the remote Marine base Camp Matilda, near the Iraqi border, where I gathered with the Marines in the 120-degree heat.
I'm here to tell you I will fight the strongest of you. Pick your champion and I will fight him now. I've been flying around in a helicopter today. Pretty impressive to you, isn't it? You don't give a f***. You're from Providence over there? My apologies. You will fight me. I will fight you all if I have to. This guy really wants to fight me. Come over here. Come up, right now. something. I was at 2 other bases earlier. An Army base, an Air Force base, and then I landed here, and I shook hands with the first real man. And then I made him my lover.
Then it was back to Camp Doha for a nighttime show, where I addressed the Army and completely sold out the Marines I had met earlier for a cheap laugh.
How you all doing? I've had an amazing day. Let me tell you something. I've been flying around in a Black Hawk going from base to base. I went to Camp Matilda, the Marine base. What a bunch of they are. They were like, we're Marines. I lined them up and I bitch slapped them one by one. And they took it. And they'll take it again if I feel like it. I gotta tell you something. It's amazing to me, first of all, coming from New York City and the world of show business, to actually see people that are driving Humvees that are supposed to be driving Humvees. You know who's driving Humvees back home? Stockbrokers with small penis issues. I gotta say, I really am very gratified to see so many women, and I've talked to some of them. They say they live in very close quarters with the guys. They say sometimes there's no way around it. They see the guys naked. They tell me there's shock, but no awe.
After the show, I took a quick tour of downtown Kuwait City, where I marveled at the sights and sounds of a culture that was so exotic and mysterious to our senses. The next morning, it was back in the air, this time in a Navy COD plane. Our destination, the aircraft carrier USS Nimitz, which was cruising somewhere in the Persian Gulf. After a 1-hour flight, we approached the Nimitz at 120 miles per hour and made a perfect tailhook landing. Then, I got a tour of this amazing ship, including the captain's bridge and a special room where the details of how the jets are parked was explained to me by a sailor dressed like a henchman from Batman, called the Handler. Then, we moved below decks to the radar room located directly under the runway, where jets land literally right on your head.
Oh, sorry, I got distracted for a second. Like, what's wrong with you? A plane just landed on my head.
What we do here is
You can tell to you, this is mundane. You're like, yeah, oh, jets are taking off and flying onto our heads all the time, and we're on a, aircraft carrier in the Persian Gulf. And to me, talking to Fabio is just mundane. I want to put a bullet through my head.
Is he still alive?
He is still alive. We're trying to kill him, but...
No matter what part of the Nimitz I visited, I was impressed by the incredible focus the crew brought to running this great ship. Then it was off to the hangar deck to meet the crew.
This is an amazing thing. The minute we get off the plane, they whisk us off and they take me and they bring me to Captain Gilmore.
Gilman.
Captain Gilman. Is it Gilman? I didn't pay attention. I was like, what the hell do I care? Where's the booze? And he said, there is no booze. And I said, look, it's Gilmore until I get some booze, all right? Captain Gilman brought me. Have you seen his quarters? It's pretty amazing. He brought me in, he shut the door. It's like an MTV Cribs pad in there. There's like leopard skin on the wall, black light posters. That's Gilman right now leaving because he can't take it. He brought me in, he turned the lights down low. He got a little too close. I said, Captain Gilman, please. He said, I've been at sea for a long time, buddy.
All in all, we met a lot of amazing people doing an incredible job. And all of us at late night wish that our men and women in the Persian Gulf stay safe, and get home soon. String dance kid was good. He's got the chops. Our big thanks to Bernie Roan and everyone at the USO who made that trip possible. We'll take a break when we come back. Charlize Theron will be here. Stick around.